Welcome back to my channel. We're back in the kitchen again. This time, unfortunately, it's replacing the dishwasher. This one here, about a year and a half ago, the timer was going on it. It would hit normal and it wouldn't finish. It would just stop and light would flash. And playing with it, I still had dishes in there, so I switched over. I tried rinse, and rinse would go through, finish your cycle. So I tried light, and light went through. So a year and a half ago, I guess the timer was dying. I mean, I changed a few things over the years. I had to put a new pump and everything in it. Anyway, besides that, I thought I was gonna have to change it back then. I was looking for one, but it's been running flawless for all that time. Another thing I've been noticing, like I said, I've had this for a long time. I noticed my plates starting to, I was wondering, maybe you get a close-up of that. My plates, I start to notice these marks on the plates. I go, what is that? Anyway, so if you take a close look at the dishwasher, the bottom tray, you can see, because it's had it so long, the rubber or plastic coating wore off and it's down to the steel. Those marks line up after they dry. It's sitting there and it's putting rust stains on my plates. So anyway, it has to be changed. The timer right now is still working, but it's only working on a light wash. I went ahead and I picked up, it's a Chinese company, Midea. I'll pronounce it that way. I've heard other people pronounce it different ways. I heard Chinese people pronounce it Midea. So I'll just go with Midea. A lot of people think it's just a cheap Chinese company. 2021, they made equivalent of, in revenue, 50 billion US dollars. So it's not a small company. They also make dishwashers for companies like GE, LG, they make air conditioners. I was in China in 2019. I went there for 2 months, and everywhere I went, inside the malls, people's homes, all their appliances are Midea. So the company's been around since 1968, so they've been in business for quite a while, and they do make billions of dollars sales per year. I didn't check the latest years, but anyway, so we're going to open up and see what it's like. I read the reviews. Some are good, some are bad, but some could be biased. I don't know, so I'll make my own reviews. And as I use it for a while, I will put in the description if it's bad or good. I'll keep adding to it. So I picked it up Costco on sale. It's got a 2-year warranty. So I figure I can't, 2 years for the price I paid, it can't be that bad. Oh, hardwood. Particle board. Hardwood. Particle board. Okay. So we're going to take some of this stuff outside because I'm not going to have room in the kitchen for all this. Okay, we got it unboxed. It's over here. Pretty well straightforward. And hopefully the brackets are in here. I haven't opened it yet. But we'll take the old one out. The brackets to screw it to the counter. Should be there somewhere. First thing I got to do is I got to shut the water off. This one here, I got a separate water shut off right here for the dishwasher. So that's off. And the drain's right here. The drain goes all the way up to the top and then cuts across. So I'm going to have to disconnect this and feed it out as I pull it out. Because the water's off, I want to relieve the pressure in that line so the water pressure is not there. So I'm just going to choose rinse. Actually, I got to turn it on. Hit rinse. Hit start.
It's broke.
No. That would have opened the valve for the water. Now the valve's going to have no pressure. Now we know there's no water pressure in that line. We can disconnect it. But I'm going to turn the breaker off to the dishwasher. So I'm working on it with no power. So if you look at this, right now, no power. Shouldn't leak. And the water line is at the bottom. I might be long enough, may not be. So I'm going to try to pull it. And if this starts tightening up, then I'll disconnect. Now, you can use a screwdriver or a drill. It's the same thing. Phillips screwdriver, I think that's a number two on here. So I got to take this bottom panel off. And if you noticed, I took a piece of the cardboard from the box and I just put it under here so I don't mess the floor up. And that bottom comes off. So we got the bottom panel out, and the drain's at the back. The electrical's right here, which I'm gonna need a different screwdriver to disconnect that. But I have enough wire there, I can pull this out and disconnect it while it's out here. And the water drain, I have enough to pull it out also. So we're gonna pull it out and then disconnect everything out here where you can see, get a better look at it. But right now, I gotta take the brackets off of up here. So if you take a look right here, yeah, there's two brackets, one here, and they screw which holds it in place. So you just take them out. I may have to lower the legs. I'll lift the legs up a bit. And then put it on the cardboard underneath, just so I don't scratch the floor. And we got to watch the drain as we take this out. And the back legs are hitting the cardboard. Right now I'm just screwing the back legs up because this was leveled in place. Water line's getting tight now. I'm going to remove that. I'm just trying to get it out of my way so I can get to the water line. For now I'll put it outside. Okay, gives me a better look. You can see my water line starting to tighten up right here. It's still loose. Okay, that's off. In the drain, I can get it out a bit more. And now I gotta hook the electrical. Okay, the electrical's right here. I'll just save these barrettes if I can and use them right on the other one. Make sure the power is out. So we touched the common right to the thing. So yeah, we got no power in there. You can take it off with pliers, or you can just hit it over. I hit it with a screwdriver. So I'm just going to unscrew it and leave it tightened up, and I'll deal with it after. And we'll just leave that there. Okay. I'll just put that there. Okay, let me up. Okay, everything's disconnected, and I'm going to throw this outside right away. And then we're going to clean everything up and then put the new one in. We got the end for the hot water screwed on. Now, I got two lines here. This is for the dishwasher. That's got to come through this side. This is for the bathroom. So we just get under here and hook these up. So I'm just going to tighten this up. This is for the bidet. Okay, that's tight enough. Florida. Okay, so we took the old water line out. We have a new one in place. And the drain, which is right here. I can put that aside for now. Hopefully this one's long enough. I don't need an extension. And the electrical, everything hooks in the front. The water hooks in the front in this one. Electrical hooks up to the front, and the water is already hooked in the back. So this was inside the dishwasher. Oh, the hookup on this one also is not like the other one. It's got their standard, it's written in the installation book. So I was able to buy one with it already pre-installed, which was a lot cheaper. A lot of the kits come with that separate, and then you have to screw onto it. So we went this way, hopefully it works. You gotta put these in. Now you gotta find a spot. It's already pre-drilled. So they can go here. If I measure where it was hooked before, "16 inches. So that's going to be too far out. I notice I got screws just past that. So I'm going to have to bring these in. Okay, so I'll get these in now. And they come with, I'm guessing, flat washers would be where these go. Okay, it comes with a user manual. And for the drain, a lot of dishwashers, you take the front kick plate off, which I've taken this off. It's only 2 screws. It's over here. I wanted to see if I had the right hose, which I didn't, so I had to go to the hardware store. So that's why I took the kick plate off, but I wasn't on camera. It's just, like say, it's only 2 screws. It's adjustable, up and down. Depends how high you have to go. Anyway, I'll show you when I put that back on. This goes on first, this goes on second, and then it's just up and down, get to your floor. So I'll just put this aside. Depending on the height of your countertop is where you adjust initial height of this dishwasher. Thing is, you cannot get to the back legs, and it's only one. A lot of times you get 4 legs. You can just level up, back and forth, up and down. But this one here, you can't do it, because once you, if I can get you low enough, you'll see. You can see the 2 front legs here, and the one in the back. So once this is in, there's no way you get into that back leg. So the back leg gets pre-adjusted depending on the height of your cupboard. We'll do that now. Okay, so if I go to the height of my cupboard, which is almost 34.5, but if you go to the plywood back here, the plywood's a little lower. What happened was I had somebody come in to do the floor, and this used to be a cupboard with a drawer on top, but it wasn't that big. It was about over to here. He put the floor in, but he didn't remove the cupboard. Normally your floors goes all the way to the wall. Unfortunately, not here. So we got to play with that a bit. So anyway, I got 34.5 to where that plywood is, because like I say, it's not quite as thick as the floor. So come over to the chart, 34.5. The front legs, put them down 1/2 inch, and the back leg, 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to pre-adjust this before I even start anything. Okay, that's my starting point. So I'll start by, there's wire ties on this drain hose. I'll cut those. And I'm going to have to feed this through there. Drain hose is going into the hole up here. Make sure nothing's in the way. I'll just keep feeding it through. And then once I'm back far enough, I'll start getting the water underneath it. Electrical. I'm going to have to start taping to the floor so I can slide this and not have it move. Like I say, this one you got no access to underneath it. So, okay, if you take a look, I just temporarily tape the electrical onto the floor, that onto the floor, so I can get it to this side. Okay, so I'm going to slowly slide this back. Okay, I got the water hose here, and I got the electrical here. Let me check my drain. I can take the tape off of these now. The tape was just to hold it while I slide it back so it doesn't push the lines in. So tape comes off now. I can come up a little higher, but let's see how we are for level. This side's got to come up. So according to this, in order to make this level, I got to go a little higher on this wheel. But I can't get it perfect because my countertop's not level. So what are you going to do? Okay, let's get the water hooked up. Get this started without cross-threading it. Now I can see where the other one would come in more handy, the 2-piece one. Okay, they don't leave you a whole lot of room to put your wire through, but I'm going to play with this. I got to get my piece on here. Okay, let's see if we can get this up here, and then we'll... Now I got to get this wire up there. Wow. Okay, now I'll tighten it up because it's in.
Okay. Mind your head. Sit down. That's the right spot.
Okay, green on ground.
Green and brown.
Green on ground.
Green and brown.
On ground. White on white. Neutral. And black on black. B on B. B on B is black on brass, but black on black is good enough. Which is your main power line, load. And tuck it all in here. Okay, we're level. Everything's there. I gotta tighten the water up. Okay, we'll turn this on slow. Yeah, that's on. Now I gotta go check some leaks. Okay, no leaks here. Now I gotta check the washroom because we did another project. Okay.
Can you do one flushing?
The last thing I gotta do here is hook up the drain.
It's out. Okay.
Wire tie that up there to my drinking faucet because you want this drain to stay at the very bottom of the countertop. And this one wants to slide back in, so it leans down a bit. You don't want that because if the sink ever backs up, it will flow back into the dishwasher. So I'm gonna hook it up here and I'm gonna get some wire ties, just wire tie it up. Okay, this is made for different sizes and my size is the next one up. So if I shove it down far enough, I should be able to get on it. Yeah, I can get it on. Or maybe I cut a bit of that off. I'll cut a bit of that off. Pass scissors. Okay, now I should have enough to get on that. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's tight. Okay, where we finished off the video last time was about 2 months ago. And I've been using the dishwasher ever since. And I did have 2 clips at the end that, for some reason, there was no audio. I'll show you what I did at the end. I believe I finished hooking up the drain. The next step I did was, I've got dishes in here, was hook up the 2 screws on the top to mount it. So here and here, that's what I didn't get on camera because the audio was bad. But it's just a matter of whatever you do, make sure these screws are not long. I've seen people make the mistake before that they screw here and they come through the top of the countertop and therefore your countertop's basically garbage. And I left the bottom off for a couple of days. The 2 screws in the bottom where the kick plate is under here, just to make sure I didn't have any leaks over a period of time. Okay, what I found that works for me on the buttons is I don't use any of the heat dry, the extended dry, sanitize. I don't use none of that. I just use basically a normal wash. I tried a quick or normal. There's not much difference in time, but as you go on the inside, I'm gonna have to move you back just a little bit to get this open. So the biggest problem I was having, I'm using a different camera than what I normally do. I picked up a S24, so I'm trying a phone as opposed to my DJI camera. We're going to see how it works. Let me know if it's any better. It's hard to get used to a new style dishwasher after you use one for so many years. It takes a while to get used to what goes where. Like up here, these I had to fit my plates. They're fairly thin. I had to bend them so they stay up straight instead of flopping around. I didn't bend these ones over here. There was just no way they would stay. They would fall down too easy. So back here is where I put my plates. I just bent everything just a little bit so it fits my dishes. And like I say, it does have a light inside, an LED. It comes on after it's done when you close the lid and you power. And then the light comes on. And eventually it will go off by itself. So that's a handy feature. And turn the power back off. And the light will still come back on with the power off, but like I say, it stays on so long and then it goes off by itself. Okay, still getting used to the new phone, new camera. Okay, one thing I did notice, and what changes a lot on the installation, with a lot of the older ones, they had the 4 legs on them, you can reach everything from underneath. I noticed there's a lot more room inside the dishwasher. And what it is the reason why you can't reach in the back anymore is because it's now a dishwasher. It's not just open space. So you look inside, the door and everything sits so much lower. I mean, you got to do a bit more bending to get into it, but you can fit pots and everything in here where before you couldn't with my old GE. Anyway, do I like it? So far, I have no complaints. The price was About $300 cheaper than any other dishwasher I could find. So, and I did get a 2-year warranty. I did get it at Costco, like I mentioned. So far, I'm happy. I'm satisfied with it. Is it loud? No, it's not too loud. Does it take long? Yeah, they all do, according to anybody I talk to with a newer dishwasher. Anyway, if you liked the video, appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now.